Hello everyone, I am Lydia with Solomon Realtors and thanks for joining me on another video on living and investing in Greece. Today I have a very special guest with me, attorney at law Aggeliki Trinzi, who specializes in residence via real estate purchase issues and was kind enough to sit down with me today and answer some of the most frequently asked questions regarding the Greek Golden Visa process. Let's dive right in. Is the Greek Golden Visa process a complex one? Can you give us a summary of the most basic steps?
The client from his country prepares the necessary documents to open a bank account, obtains a visa if required, and then enters Greece. He conducts a property survey, signs an authorization with which we issue him a Greek tax identification number, then opens a bank account, signs a power of attorney with the instruction to purchase a property. Manage a bank account, deposit for a residence permit. Our office proceeds to inspect the property and then purchase the property on behalf of our client. We submit an application for a residence permit and then in consultation with our client we make an appointment for biometrics. At this point, it should be emphasized that the client has the option of having some of the above steps carried out by us by virtue of a power of attorney which he will sign in his country of residence. Specifically, if the client signs a power of attorney in his country of residence, with this we can issue a Greek VAT number, open a bank account, purchase the property he has chosen in his name, submit an application for a residence permit, and the client, after all this has been done, come to our country, only take biometrics.
Apart from the main investor, who else is included in the application?
In addition to the investor, a residence permit may be applied for by the spouse or partner, children up to 21 years of age, his parents, and parents-in-law.
What are my options if I have children over the age of 21, but I want them to have the residency permit as well?
When the children turn 21, we can submit an independent application for a residence permit until they are 24 years old. A very easy process and without actually requiring any additional documents.
Can we include children from previous marriages in the Golden Visa application?
Yes, in case the children are minors, we need to have the right and consent of the other parent.
Does the Golden Visa allow me to work in Greece?
The residence permit granted does not establish the right to access any form of work and only allows the exercise of economic activity in the capacity of a company shareholder, a member of the board of directors or the managing director of a company.
How many times do I have to travel to Greece to complete my application?
From once to twice. Once, if the investor chooses to sign a power of attorney in his country of residence, with which he will give us orders to issue a Greek tax ID number, open a bank account, purchase a property, submit an application for a residence permit, and our office will proceed with all of the above by virtue of the power of attorney. Then, the investor comes only once to take biometrics. In other cases, 2 times. Once at the beginning before the purchase, where he examines the property to be purchased closely and signs a power of attorney in our country, and the second time at the end to take the biometrics.
How long does the entire process take? Is there a way to avoid delays?
Almost 4 months from the time the biometrics were taken. If there is a serious reason, we can file a request for acceleration.
Can I get citizenship through the Golden Visa?
Yes, with the Golden Visa, and if you of course meet the other requirements of the law, you can apply for citizenship, at least after 7 years of residence.
Can I still maintain income in my country of origin whilst living in Greece after I get the Golden Visa? Will I be taxed in both countries?
Our country, with most countries in the world, has signed double taxation agreements. Therefore, the client will continue to be taxed in the country where the income is generated and not in Greece.
Can I buy a property together with another family member, for example, 2 brothers? Or can I buy it with a friend?
Yes, 2 people can buy a percentage of a property as long as each person meets the minimum amount set by law. That is depending on the region. They must have paid a minimum of 400,000 euros or 800,000 euros for the purchase of a percentage of a property, or 250,000 euros if it is a commercial property that has been converted into residential property.
How am I protected as a buyer if the seller is acting in bad faith?
Greek courts and laws protect the buyer if it is proven that the seller has in some way harmed or damaged the buyer.
How soon can I rent the property out?
Immediately after purchasing it, the only restriction is the prohibition of renting it out as Airbnb.
How will I be taxed after I rent my property?
Under the current tax system, rental income is taxed from the first euro, and for income up to 12,000 euros, the rate is 15%, for income from 12,001 to 35,000 euros. The tax rate is 35%, and for income over 35,001 euros, the rate is 45%.
I am interested in the commercial to residential conversion. What basic amenities must be included in the property for it to qualify for the Greek Golden Visa?
The law sets the only condition from commercial to residential. What needs to be done is for us to research in collaboration with our civil engineers all the documents relating to the property so that we can establish that this office or store can indeed become residential.
I am interested in buying a property that is still under construction. Can I apply right away for the Golden Visa even if the property isn't finished yet?
Of course, it is sufficient that the full price has been paid. In this case, we must be careful to include terms in the purchase contract that protect the buyer as much as possible.
And that is all for today. I hope you found this discussion interesting, helpful, or at least illuminating in some aspects of the Greek Golden Visa process. I hope to see you in our next video. Until then, stay well. Goodbye.